Welcome everybody to EGX 2019. Please put your hands together for your entertainment for the evening, the Oxventurers Guild!
You take one down, you pass it around. One bottle of veil on the wall.
Oh. Hello, everybody. I am Corazon de Ballena, the human pirate rogue. You've probably heard of me. I don't need to introduce myself next.
I am Egbert, the clumsy dragonborn paladin.
According to this sheet that Corazon has already spilled my drink on, I am Prudence, the tiefling warlock.
Should hang on to that. That'll be worth something.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Total party wife.
I am Merylwen, the wood elf druid. Woo!
I'm Dob, the half-orc bard.
Hello, I'm literally everyone else in the world.
Let me just remove my character sheet from this waterproof case.
Your sheath of holding.
I just really enjoy that little bit when we know what's happening.
Yeah, let's just take a moment and savor that. That'll do. Okay. This adventure takes place 2 days after the conclusion of the adventure known as Out of Order. You have returned to Barrow Springs because you're not welcome in the Citadel. You've had a bit of a rest, so obviously any harm, you never track your wounds anyway. That's all gone. And you are hanging out by the docks. Maybe you've had a chippy tea. Are you just sort of taking in the sights and the smells and the sounds as the ocean kind of does its thing?
The ocean.
It's beautiful.
Doesn't it fill you with a sense of wonder?
Let's catch and
Smells
eat
like
a
fish
seagull.
and
Yeah.
salt. What's it all about, the ocean?
The ocean?
Yeah.
Great question, Prudence, great question.
Uh-oh.
The ocean is vast and unknowable,
Okay.
and it reminds me of a song.
And it's where your dad lives.
What? Oh, my dad. I thought you meant his
No.
father. No. Yeah,
His
no,
dad nearly
mine.
lived there.
Is that how you tell Corazon his dad drowned?
He didn't?
Couldn't think of another way to break it to you, I'm sorry.
God damn it, Egbert. Every time.
It's funny you should mention Prudence's dad, because as you stand on the dock, the ground beneath you starts to shake, and you see the ocean
Christ's
itself
sake.
trembling as if it were like a small cup of water riding in a carriage with wheels that are out of true.
Trying to keep the last of my chips in the container.
A seagull sort of swoops down, tries to grab one, completely misses, thinks better of it, bugs out. And then with a mighty sort of roar, this tentacle that is big enough to blot out the sun just shoots up from the ocean. And as it slowly unfurls, you're sort of like looking up into the sunlight. And you think you can see something gripped in the end of its tentacle. And sure enough, the tentacle, boom, slams down. And when it uncoils, finally it is revealed to you, the joyful damnation.
Hey, that's where it is.
Oh, it's a tentacle blessing.
Oh my God. I wonder where that had ended up.
Look, it's your ship.
Thank Cthulhu for me.
I will.
I had already claimed on the
thanking
insurance.
yourself. He's
So thanks,
in
Cthulhu.
there somewhere.
I already claimed on the insurance, so
Does
this
the
is great.
tentacle wave?
Yeah, it just does a little, in fact, sort of like, in a move you're sort of used to by now, it sort of slips below the waves, comes back up, deposits some sandwich bags on the deck, does a little, and then just...
Like in the Ballad of Terminator 2.
Exactly. Yeah. But now you've got a ham and cheese.
No crusts.
No, indeed. No,
So is the ship on the docks or in the sea still?
in the sea, and it's fine. It's not like Cthulhu's just been like, hey, wham, here's some sandwiches.
You've all
your
been
boat.
crushed by the joyful damnation.
Guys, my great big boat's back.
Let's
Yeah.
sail it straight into the horizon.
Okay.
I jump aboard.
You don't just jump aboard.
I jump aboard and I stand on the prow and I pull out my rapier and I say, aboard, everyone.
And then I follow him, because he seems like he knows what he's doing.
Okay. So, Dob and Egbert,
There is a protocol to these things. The captain goes aboard first, and then I
I
pipe
go on
everyone
as well,
aboard.
just to annoy Corazon.
Okay. So while
Mutiny!
Coruscant stands there sputtering on the dock,
I'm piping everyone aboard.
Egbert, Merylwen, and Dob yeet themselves into the sea. And they're like, aboard! Sort of slowly splashing along. And you hear a voice at your shoulder, Coruscant, that says, hello.
Hello?
I understand you the captain of the ship.
Yes, that's right. Did you not? I'm not wearing it, but this hat means captain.
We desire passage.
Well, good luck with that. Anyway.
No, please.
Monies.
Who are you? Where do you want to go?
Well, he sort of gestures behind himself, and you see 30 men fully arrayed in these dark robes with woad sort of splashed all over their faces and up their forearms, all standing there sort of looking very solemnly at you. He says, we are organizing a stag do.
I'm in. I've never been on one before. Let's go.
Yeah,
Wait,
do they
wait.
need a stag? Because I could probably ask one of my mates.
I don't understand.
Okay.
Is there an email thread, and how much money do we have to put all in at the beginning? I need to check my calendar.
Yeah, I'm not adding to the pool of it.
No, we wish to
Because I might
hire...
not do the spa day.
All right, mate, all right. Is it you getting married? Are you the stag?
No.
Who's getting married?
Who's that one? He points... You don't know which one he's pointing at. They're all just there like...
I don't know. Something fishy about these guys. They're all covered in woad.
The only
You
thing-
ever know anyone good covered in woad?
The only thing fishy about these guys is the smell they're emitting. I say we let them aboard.
Negotiate the price.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not getting on the
Money.
boat for free, ship for free. I'm a captain. I know the terms.
We wish to travel for 5 days. When we arrive, we shall give you 100,000 gold pieces.
Play it cool,
at a sign, some men step forward and open chests teeming with gold pieces. On arrival, if the entertainment is satisfactory, we shall pay you a further 200,000 gold pieces.
Did you say entertainment?
Yes.
Just to check, is that so much gold that actually it would collapse the economy, rendering all currency worthless?
That's the objective.
that's what
That's
I
the
needed
end
this
game.
for.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Crash the economy.
Seize the means of quest production.
So we need to provide
You really
passage.
escalated from just
For
throwing
5
stuff in a
days.
lake.
Let's put capitalism in the lake.
We desire to travel to Necropolis on Sea.
Okay, sounds lovely.
Sounds
Yes,
great.
I'm sure we can arrange that. Yeah, if you want to talk to the ship's entertainment director, Dob.
Oh, yeah.
He sort of turns very slowly.
Monday night is Salsa night. Tuesday night we have a magician. It's Corazon performing sleight of hand. Oh, sorry, you've got your hand up. Yes, questions.
I think you'll find this shall be your itinerary. It is a 5-day voyage to Necropolis on Sea.
I've been on this kind of stag do before.
We request the following entertainments.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure it's normal.
What normal thing do they want to be entertained with?
I'm
Dom?
so happy. Stag do itinerary.
Okay.
Number 1, karaoke.
Yes.
Number
can do.
2, magic show. Number 3, whale watching. Number 4, dinner and fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Number 5, pirate training with a real-life pirate.
Are these things with which you can furnish us?
It's almost
Yes.
too perfect.
I know. This is so lucky. I don't think we should overthink it.
No. Yeah.
Everybody aboard the party boat!
Party boat.
Party boat!
Agreeable.
Okay,
These
well, I'm
guys
sure
seem
they'll be
great.
better once they get a drink in them.
Prudence, as you step onto, I don't know if you're using a skiff or whatever to get over to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone rows
I,
us.
I know what a skiff is.
You going to row us over there?
Oh, you row? Yes, row. Yeah.
As
Gonna
you
row
step,
the skiff.
as you step onto the skiff itself, you feel like the moment your heel makes contact with the board, you feel sort of a hum of eldritch energy come up and suffuse your entire body, and you're like,
That's the good
this
stuff.
feels right.
Yeah.
Cthulhu wants me to do this. You're going to throw the best goddamn stag do you've ever been on, which is, I mean, this is presumably your first one? I don't want to read into your backstory.
My true calling, yes. My first ever and best ever stag do. To end all stag do's, there will be no further stag do's.
Tremendous. Cthulhu
sounds
wills
ominous.
it.
There's no point after this.
As Cthulhu wills, yeah.
Cthulhu, mad lad Cthulhu.
Indeed. As you start, are you ferrying the stag party across?
Yeah.
Great.
Rowing over in the skiff, which is a kind of boat.
They
It's a kind of
start a
smaller
low
boat.
chant, which is sort of in perfect unison, just lads, 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 lads.
I like these lads.
Lads.
How does it go after that?
Lads.
So where are you storing them storing them? Where are they staying on the boat?
Yeah, what's the
Ship.
cabin arrangement?
Oh, we have the crew quarters. You guys can sleep out on the deck, right?
What? Yeah.
I mean, they're not having the captain's
I would
cabin.
like to sleep in the crow's nest, unsecured.
Sounds good. You got it, Dob. Anything for you.
Yes. That's the highest point on the boat, so it's the best. It's like
Anyone
the top
else
bunk.
got a preference?
Barricade myself in the cabin's quarters, in the captain's quarters.
No. Captain's quarters just for me.
All right, what's the second
Do you
best? Bosun's quarters.
Yeah, well, I've got first mate's quarters, but I don't have. I mean,
Wait, you need to keep your shoes in it.
yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen these boots? I got them
Right.
off a dead guy.
All right.
You
I'm
could be a
gonna
cat and
go.
sleep in a cannon. And then if we need to fire you at someone, we can.
No, I'm going to go down where all the booze is and just snuggle up next to some barrels.
Okay.
I mean, really, your job on the trip should be eating as many rats as you can, because it's going to be a
when do you get an
problem.
opportunity
I mean,
like
I don't
this?
need to be a cat to do that. So.
But you can sleep anywhere except the magazine, because I don't want you blowing up the
I'll
gunpowder.
sleep in the room next to the magazine.
How about you sleep 2 rooms away from the magazine?
Just
Fine.
cuddling a cannon all night.
You know I sleepwalk.
So, okay, everyone's sort of discussing where they're going to stay. Meanwhile, 30 men are just standing on the deck, glancing around, looking a bit like, man.
Right, well, we should probably get the ship moving. So,
Who knows how boats work?
it's something to do with these ropes.
I was
No,
on-
not that one. Yeah,
Is it? Go,
we're moving.
did that make the boat go?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, the
Oh,
joyful...
the anchor! Stop the anchor!
What's an? What?
The big wheel thing, turn it left. I mean, with the shins.
Hard astern?
Easel?
Hard to port?
Yes,
Broadside on?
keep turning it.
Wait! I know what about
Ship.
ship. Oh my god, it's going to be a long voyage.
Ooh.
I've had an idea.
What?
I'm not even going to tell you because I'm so convinced it's good.
Okay.
All right.
Can't wait to find out.
We can't sail the ship because there are only a few of us, and we can't get the guests to do it because they're the guests. So we quickly need a bunch of willing, able...
Not the skeletons.
A skeleton crew!
No!
Before anyone can say anything, I produce the hammer.
No!
And I do whatever it is to do the thing.
The sea roils.
Yay!
Around the joyful damnation, you hear scrabbling on the lower decks, and hands start grasping at the rails.
Guys!
As 60 skeletons pour themselves onto the deck,
It's my boys!
and as one, they say, "We are Ethelfrith's chosen." Wait, oh, you got to be kidding, skeletons. Bosses?
Hi.
Do you
How
guys
have
know
you
how to
been?
sail a boat? You look like you do.
Siri, no one killed you. Siri, you still got a hammer.
Yeah.
This went terribly last time.
Okay, we need to have a brief chat about last time. I wasn't happy with how some of it went.
Yeah, no fooling.
But I believe that no one, be it cursed, irredeemable skeleton,
Yeah.
is beyond redemption.
60 hands clack as they come and go.
That's good. We can use that for the karaoke. That's like...
I
Percussion,
haven't even
yeah.
achieved redemption yet, and I'm fundamentally pretty good.
All right, skeletons. Okay, we'll just have to be careful about what we tell them so that we don't all immediately...
You're going to have to be careful.
I mean, we've been
about what
through
you
this,
do.
bosses. I mean, you know how it works. You tell us do something, we do something. We also do something terrible.
Yes, okay.
It's a Wes Craven's Wishmaster situation.
What you want?
Skeletons to your stations.
That is so ambiguous.
So ambiguous.
Sorry, all right, fine.
Yeah, that's
okay.
right to the murder
Sail
station.
the ship without
Skeletons.
hurting anyone.
You know that's not how it works, bosses.
Okay, Corazon. All right, skeletons. Corazon knows a little bit more about sailing than me, so you can take orders from him in regards to sailing the ship.
Where are we going overall?
Sorry?
Let's work out blanket deal. What are we doing?
Sailing the ship
Where?
to Necropolis Island.
How long?
On sea.
5 days.
Okay.
Full sail.
Skeleton sail bosses to Necropolis on sea. But,
That's it. Necropolis on sea. Thank you, skeletons.
we kill every seabird we see.
Every seabird?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Acceptable losses. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Echo seagulls.
What I like about this and why I think this is good and progress is that they're telling us up front what the cost of each decision is.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, it's kind of one-time deal. You know we do horrible things. You just try to tie us up in...
Okay, that's the
Loopholes.
deal, skeletons.
Wait. No albatrosses. Very bad luck.
One albatross.
Not one albatross.
1.5.
No. Tom!
Kill one.
Kill
main
one.
one. Main one, keep us pet.
one albatross.
Yeah.
Main one, keep us pet.
All right, but this is on you. The bad luck, you get the bad luck.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll just...
All right, fine.
It takes 2 hours to shake all of the skeleton's hands.
I feel like the Prime Minister visiting a factory or something.
But with a will and with some squawking, because let's face it, you're in a port. They're busy. Like, you've got like 20 skeleton archers up in the rigging, just bringing down
Yeah.
seagulls.
The entertainment started already, fellas. Drink it in.
That's good, guys, because we need to think a little bit hard about this itinerary.
Well, let's get some drinks going for the guys.
okay, do you
know.
have any grog down below?
Do I have any grog?
Let's
What a
bring
wonderful
it up.
question. Bring it
Roll
up.
out the barrel.
Let's get a barrel. Let's get a barrel out
Okay.
here on deck and tap it.
Right.
All
so
right.
as you start to sail out of port, you're sailing out of port is what I'm trying to tell you. There was
Okay.
no descriptive sentence to follow that.
As you sail out of port, you sail out of port.
That's the one.
Johnny, while we sail out of port,
The port gets further away, yes.
and the port gets further away as
Yeah.
we leave the port while we're sailing out of the
I'll
port.
bring
Yes.
up a barrel of port as well, actually. That
I
reminds
look
me.
at the stag party. I sort of scry, like scan them magically
Yep.
for magic.
Okay. Do you want to make me an intelligence arcana check, please?
Yes.
It's a little late for that, Prunes. We're stuck on a boat with them.
Well, I'd just like to know who I'm sailing with. Oh wait, we're not using. This is that dice. We can't
the
use that dice. That's the
emergency.
emergency,
Oh, that's the emergency dice.
Someone
Yeah.
gave it to us earlier and told us it always rolls high, so we're only allowed to use it in emergencies.
Their DM has banned it.
Yeah. Okay. Intelligence Arcana.
One.
And I'm just learning about this
wait,
now.
Wait. 1. Plus
Should
2.
have used the emergency dice.
Wait, you get to +2 if you roll a 1.
Doesn't matter.
No, that's a
whether
crit
one.
fail.
Anyway, it's not good, is what I'm saying.
So you start to scan them, and just in your head, I mean, basically everyone else sees Prudence kind of like
There's a
Yeah.
seabird
look at them
fall
for a
on
bit,
their
and
head.
then just very gently starts going, lads. Lads. That's all you get. Like booming
man.
in your voice, you're like, these guys are
Okay.
up to party.
Hell yeah.
Lads.
Guys,
Lads.
these guys
Egbert's started drinking.
Lads.
Yeah.
Egbert's already started drinking.
All right,
right.
fellas.
I carry-
The rums are flowing. Help yourself.
I dump 2 barrels of grog down on the deck, and I take out my dagger? Yeah, I got that. And I punch a hole in each one, and then I do a handstand on one and
Yeah. Keg stand.
yeah.
Dex acrobatics, please.
Okie doke.
Just don't piff it. The stag party sort of produce a horned cup from nowhere, sort of hold it under the stream, and then sort of just form one of those orderly lines where they're like, sip, pass.
Absolute mad
Sip.
lads, I'm telling you.
So their cup is being drained fairly quickly, but between 30.
It's taken a while.
Yeah.
You want to bring up some more cups?
All right. I bring up some more grog.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a bunch of...
Oh, we need cups. We've got grog, but
I've
not
got
cups.
goblets down there in the goblet hole.
Fellas, use your hands. It's a party. What is this cups business?
They carry stolidly using the one cup.
Does anyone have a spell that makes many things out of one thing?
Oh, the spell of many cups.
Yeah, spell of many cups.
Yeah, hang on. Here it is.
I don't know why we're all looking at our sheets as if we're...
It's very sweet, though.
There must be something we can do to make a lot of cups.
You're the ents manager.
Yeah, events manager. Sort it out.
We can borrow the skulls from the skeletons.
Perfect. Skeletons.
They're sailing the ship.
I said borrow. Skeletons.
Give your skulls to these men.
Whoever amongst you deems yourselves to be doing the least important sailing jobs right now,
Right, decapitate yourselves.
come here and take off your skulls and pull off the jawbone, hold on to that, but give us the top bit, and we'll pass it round, and now everyone's,
It's gonna cost you another albatross, bosses.
half an albatross.
2 albatrosses.
2.5.
One. Right, yes.
Deal.
That one. Yeah, go on, yeah.
2 more hours pass. I'm joking. Yeah, all right, a lot of skeletons. I mean, to be honest, they can do their jobs perfectly well without their skulls. It rains skulls. As all the ones just taking out seabirds are like, boom, and they just throw their skulls down. The stag party, in fairness, pick them up and start using them as cups. All you've really managed to do is make a whole bunch of different chains where people take one sip and pass them around. So it's the most complicated drinking party you've ever seen. But
Why are we finding this so hard? How do people drink normal?
you are at least convinced that they are consuming booze at a higher rate than they were.
Yeah. All right, so
Success.
Dog, entertainment manager.
Okay.
What's the first thing we need to get going on this list?
What time is it? What time of day?
Let me look at the sun through my telescope.
Look directly at it.
Don't look at the sun.
Yeah.
That's why you have the eye patch.
All right, I'll put
What
the
die
eye patch
is
on.
just fire?
No, I
damn it.
can't see anything. It's probably the afternoon or something.
See afternoon or something.
Okay, it's the afternoon, so I think it's time for a magic show. What are you collectively called? Mad lads? Mad lads? The serious...
Lads.
Lads. Everyone up to the poop deck and feel free to start laughing about that because we are on a crazy holiday. Right?
Yeah.
Poop deck.
Lads.
Pretty funny.
Come on, lads.
All right.
Lads.
They'll find it hilarious later. All right, we present to you your first entertainment of the 5-day trip. The mysterious magician, known to some as Corazon de Baena.
Me?
Known to others as Mysterio de la Magicienne.
Oh, all right, I've changed my mind. I'm into it. Dob.
What's wrong with my magic? Entertainment manager.
Yours is real creepy.
Yeah.
Dob,
Well,
can
yeah.
you start
It's going to kill the
playing-
The
vibe.
best thing about it.
Play me the final countdown by Europe.
Yeah. Bear in mind, I've just done that keg stand, so this might be a little sloppy.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
I come out onto the stage.
Okay, keep it to under 25 seconds or we'll get sued.
I cast dancing lights.
They start booing immediately. Boo!
Yeah. And now the cool lights are going, and so I'm like dancing across the stage like this. And now I cast grease. Ooh, where did the grease come from? Ooh.
Quick, cut us
Guys, I'm losing the audience. No! Oh my god.
Mage hand, solution
All right.
hand. Make us steer the ship.
Okay, I cast Mage Hand, and the big hand goes, and it steers the ship in a big circle.
Dub, you feel you feel a tug on your clipboard.
Oh, what's that?
And one of the man who you're sort of mostly speaking to is like, it is felt that perhaps he is not the best suited for a magic show, being as he is, as far as we can tell, a moron. And in a sense, 29 voices behind us go,
Okay, so you don't like the mage hand, you don't like the fireworks. Well, prepare to be horrified because we have a magic show so genuinely unpleasant you're going to really resent not being nicer to Corazon. May I present Prudence, the evening ruiner?
Yes! And as I leave, the mage hand does a giant middle finger.
They at least they golf clap that.
All right.
Welcome, lads. Lads and lads,
Lads
and more
and
lads,
lads.
gentle lads. I conjure a gigantic sphere of the space between spaces.
Da-da-da-da.
I call it Hunger of Hadar. And it is a void without light, without warmth, without life, and yet it's full of a milky, acidic, tentacle, unknowable life form. I hope no one's inside it because it does a lot of damage. But I'm sort of hovering it off the stern of the ship because it
I
looks
vomit
so
over the side of the
dang
ship.
Cool. And there's squelchy, sticky sounds from within, but otherwise no mortal eyesight can penetrate the Hunger of Hadar sphere of horror.
I grab the hat off of one of the lads and throw it into the vortex
Yes.
just to illustrate how deadly
Yes.
it is.
They all start crying blood. They're just gazing into it, and you just hear them all go, lads, 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 lads. And if anything, they're not even doing the solemn ritual thing anymore. They're just like, pass, pass, lads, lads, lads. They are absolutely eating it up.
Thank you, lads. I appreciate it, lads.
But the evening's just beginning, lads.
And for my next trick,
It's a 5-day voyage.
What?
It's a 5-day
Of
voyage.
course, spread this out. We've only got 5 days
It's a
and
5-day
5 things
voyage.
on the
It's a 5-day,
itinerary.
but right, we probably shouldn't burn through all it. Yeah. What I mean is, the evening's just beginning because it's Salsa Night.
They
Our resident chef
immediately...
Egbert has cooked up
Some salsa.
salsa,
Do you know what a salsa night is?
salsa and guac and tacos.
I thought you meant the dance Salsa Night.
Yeah.
I haven't even started.
It's both. And both things happen together.
You salsa in a big vat of salsa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Egbert will perform a salsa dance, which is a dance involving salsa for dip.
Oh my god.
Could you, oh boy. Do you make me a charisma performance check, please? This
Yeah,
will
what do I
govern the
roll?
quality of your salsa.
the big one. The
big one.
The big dice.
Okay, I've got +3 charisma actually. So. 9 +3 is 12.
Okay. The dance is passable. The salsa is more heat than it is flavour. But they sort of crowd around it and sort of just spoon some of it into their mouths, and they sort of, if anything, they turn to you all and sort of give a bow of deference.
Am I doing this while dancing?
Yes.
So like, sort of... And spooning it into mouths along the road.
Oh my God. Yeah. Lads, 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 lads.
Lads.
Anyone outside this theatre is going to have a very strange idea about what's going on.
Oh,
in
I
here.
don't know what's going on at that EGX, but it's pretty toxic. Anyway.
It's the
Well,
first
fellas,
video
I think
games
that-
convention ever where someone has chanted lads.
Yeah, I think this must be a first.
Well, I reckon that about calls it for this evening's entertainment, but boy, is tomorrow going to be wild, so...
Okay.
All of them kind of just go, in unison. And yeah, without any further prompting, they seem to start making ready for bed themselves.
All right, head on down to your deluxe accommodation. It's 3 to a hammock. And on the way down, don't talk to any skeletons. I can't emphasize that enough.
Or look at any skeletons, or be near the skeletons.
Yes.
Thank you for a most satisfactory first evening of this, our 5-day stag do.
Ooh, nailed it.
Nice one, Prudence.
Guys, this is easy. I can almost
And
taste those
Egbert.
300,000 gold pieces that I'm going to get at the
Is
end.
that how much we're going to get?
That's how much I'm going to get.
We.
Yeah, how much I'm going to get. Guys, debrief meeting in the captain's quarters.
Okay,
All right, head down to the captain's quarters.
Oh, these are nice.
I giggle
Yeah.
at captain's quarters.
I lean back in my captain's chair.
Are those new boots, Captain?
Are these old things? Yeah.
Do they have is that a little bit of Jack Darkfall in the laces?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Anyways, get those. Anyway, I pour myself a fine brandy, light one of my fine cigars, And I say, guys, I think that went pretty well today.
Yeah.
They seem to be into it, wouldn't you say?
Yep, good lads.
What on the itinerary do you want to do tomorrow? Shall I tell you what's left?
What else have we got to go?
Karaoke, whale watching, dinner and fireworks, and pirate training with a real-life pirate.
Okay. Got any preference over here?
I feel like we should
Fireworks?
end with the fireworks display.
Yeah,
surely.
that's
Yeah.
like sort of last night.
Let's wrap that up, yeah.
Yeah, celebratory thing. Well, we can do the whale watching. That feels like a...
Yes, they'll all be very hungover from all the booze they've been
Yeah.
drinking.
Yes.
And
And the
whale
whales-
watching is a nice
Serene
sedate
and-
activity.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It'll heal all the eye bleeding, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, that'll
karaoke's
scab
gonna,
over nicely
Yeah.
during the whale watching.
karaoke's
Yeah.
going to be a heavy night, so we should save that for the night after.
Okay.
And,
Pirate
yeah.
demo,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
fireworks.
All right, that sounds
What a
good.
Great itinerary. This is easy.
So, yeah, everyone want to turn in and then get on it in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You all need to leave my quarters now. This is where I sleep.
Vote to mutiny.
All right.
Let's mutiny now.
I scamper up to the crow's nest
No.
and
Fine.
fall
No
asleep.
mutiny tonight.
I eat the rest of the salsa and then go to sleep in the room next to the magazine. No. Do I need to roll?
I'd really rather you didn't.
All right, I take up a spooky vigil on deck. One eye open. Sort of getting a vampire aesthetic just for
Do
fun.
you even sleep, Prudence? Is it a thing that you ever do?
I sort of rest with one eye open. Yeah.
She doesn't sleep, she plans.
Yeah.
I keep an eye out. I only need I don't need to
I'll keep an
sleep.
eye on the skeletons.
So I just, as long as I've got 4 hours that I can go into my trance, and that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know how important your 4-hour trance is.
Yeah.
You've got to get those hours in.
Yeah.
She's real grouchy. if she
4
doesn't get her
hours of
4 hour
hard
trance.
trance. Okay, so Merylwen's dancing up a storm on the foxhole.
Sounds like a stag do.
Yeah, to be fair. Jane, you can have inspiration, by the way, because that was creepy as hell.
Thank you.
Everyone make me a wisdom perception check.
Here we go.
Merylwen and Prudence, you can have advantage.
Okay, wisdom.
Okay. So
Perception.
Oh, I'm a
18.
I'm 18 altogether.
Plus 2, 20.
19.
20. Dirty 20. Yeah.
Dirty 20.
6
Yeah.
minus 1. 5.
So while Egbert has a dream of salsa dancing chili peppers that are just shaking maces that rattle like maracas, everyone else pretty much at the same time becomes aware that there's quite a lot of noise coming from the quarters of the stag do, which, to be fair, it's a stag do. What did you expect? But I guess what you expected is not the noises you're hearing.
What noise is it?
It's just a lot of low, it's almost like throat singing. It's like 30 voices kind of weaving in and out of one another, just continuing this one long, indecipherable chant. Like,
Karaoke's going to be harder than I thought, I think.
Hey! Keep it down in there! People trying to sleep!
and then as you sort of ram your fist down on the floor, table, what?
Just any surface. I'm
I
doing all
really
of them.
don't know why I care so much as to what you're hitting, but okay, we'll roll with it. You,
I flip up the speaking tube that I had installed.
Lovely.
And I yell into the speaking tube.
Am I still asleep?
You're having a lovely dream about
Yeah,
salsa.
you biffed it. But you just carry on
It
hearing
looks like
this.
the dream
you,
is escalating quite quickly over here.
you start to...
Someone roll him on his side.
I salsa myself awake.
Yeah, done. You too, in fact, you're woken up by the sound of lots of, banging noise. That wasn't as loud as I thought it was going to be. Really loud banging noises, followed by scraping noises, like boom,
Feet.
boom. With all of this
this is dirty
same
floor, hey.
chanting just going on, and it seems to be surrounding the entire ship, which seems to practically thrum with all of this noise.
Oh man, I use Eldritch Sight. It's a kind of detect magic. It's the good kind, not the kind I used before that was terrible.
Okay.
I want to know what's going on. Do you want to know about Eldritch Sight?
Do you need... Yes, please.
Okay, all right, hang on.
It's been a while.
It's a new one, previously untested in the field.
In the meantime, I angrily get dressed out of my skull and crossbones pajamas.
Okay. To be fair, you saw some, when you were going from the captain's bathroom to the captain's quarters.
Which captain's bathroom?
I can't remember.
There are several.
Yes. You saw some looks from the skeletons. Obviously, you couldn't tell what looks they were like because they were just grinning. But you don't think that if they had faces that they could manipulate, they would have been grinning. I think you've been offending the skeletons.
I've been offending the skeletons.
Yeah, you've been wearing, like, skeleton pajamas.
Yeah. I'll take them off my flag then, if they don't like my ship and the way I put skulls on everything.
I go up to one of the skeletons and go, because he thinks you're
Eldritch
really
sight.
cool.
Sorry, guys.
Check out my albatross.
It's one of the maimed ones. It flaps at you.
Ouch. I think maybe you should kill it, Merylwyn.
Dog!
Yes.
Get down off the crow's nest.
Okay, so there was something about the sea is like roiling and stuff?
Put some clothes on and then get down from the crow's nest.
I can't hear you, Corazon. What was that? I'll come closer.
No, just
That's really rough.
breeches first and then...
I'm sorry, what?
I wish I had 2 eye patches.
Okay, I put on my breeches because apparently it's that kind of voyage.
Thank you.
Oh,
That one.
Eldritch sight is detect magic at will, so detect magic, here we go. I mean, clearly something magical's happening.
Oh, there's
Magical
bloody
process.
loads of magic going on,
Yeah. Magic
It's-
for days.
Yeah, did you not
Out the
see the
wazoo.
grease earlier?
Yeah, but-
It was everywhere. Where did it come from? Magic. Thank you.
can feel that the ship is actually, technically, though it's still carving a bow wave through the ocean, it's no longer in contact with the water.
Carving a
There's
bow
like
wave.
the
I understand
tiniest
it.
of spaces, millimeters at most, where the water is being repelled by this energy. But it's almost like you sort of, as you visualize this magic energy turning the water away from the ship, there's also a focal point on the front. It's almost like an eye that's just swiveling madly, just
An eye.
searching endlessly across the waves.
Cool. Are we on a nightmare hoverboat?
guys, I've seen this before. It's a Sea Sauron.
And I think you should put some trousers on.
Okay, I
No
don't
time.
do that. No, I do that. No, look, I don't take my clothes off to sleep. I need to always be ready. So,
There's a sea Sauron.
yeah.
that we're hovering.
So you see it's like-
infinitesimally above the water.
So it's
And
out
there's
the
an
front-
evil eye.
out the front
This
of
is
the
good,
boat.
though, right? It's getting us to our destination faster. We can do the 5-day stag do in 3.
Yeah, but they're going to be annoyed if they don't get the whole... This isn't the main issue. Right? Okay, all right.
They're the ones causing it, so it's something that they want to do.
I scamper out onto the what's it called? The bowsprit, I want to say? The pointy bit right
prow?
at the front of the boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both acceptable.
The pointy stick at the front. I balance out
Yep.
right up to the edge to get the closest look possible.
Yeah, right over the mermaid at the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a carving of me.
Right over the Corazon at the front.
All right.
I had to adapt a mermaid.
With a seashell bra. It's a Corazon.
Yeah, it's Corazon in a seashell bra.
Okay.
I hang on to the seashell bra and
Swing from that.
and I lean out as far as I can. I've also... Corazon, throw me your telescope.
I don't know if it's a literal evil eye or more of a sort of metaphorical evil eye. I don't know if it's
Dob,
visible.
look at the
to
telescope
naked
as I
eye.
throw it to you.
All right.
What do you see, Dob?
I catch it easily with one hand, and then also with one in my teeth. Pull it open, or actually do that, try and do that. And then I'm like, okay, so now I'm peering closely at the Sea Sauron to just try and figure out what the heck is going on. Look for clues and such.
Well, it seems to be searching for something, that much is clear.
What are you looking for? I yell at it.
It swivels,
Yo!
and you feel yourself taken into, like, its piercing gaze. You're just like, your throat constricts. You're like, this is some heavy stuff.
What are you looking for, please?
Polite.
It blinks, and then you feel like it feels like it shouldn't be allowed to do this, but the eye seems to roll back in on itself, so it's pointing inside the ship.
The lads.
And then it seems to it stays there for a few seconds, rolls back out, glances at you, and then just ignores you and keeps sweeping the waves.
Okay.
What's going on down there, Dob?
All right, so I'm doing a little bit of interpretation here.
Okay.
I think the eye is trying to find something inside our ship.
What?
And what's the thing that's inside our ship?
The lads.
It could be the skeletons, it could be, to be honest, it could be a lot of things. But I think in this case it might be the lads. I think we should ask the lads if they know any Sea Saurons who are looking for them.
I think the Sea Sauron's working for the lads with their. Yeah, I think he might be looking for something for the sea.
You think I've misinterpreted?
The lads.
It's happened before.
All right, let's have a word with the lads.
Let's bust in on the lads.
Well, let's be polite about it. You know, we'll go knock on the door.
No, your ship's being hijacked.
It could be a nice Sea Sauron.
Bust in on the lads. Ask them what the heck they're doing.
We could shoot an arrow into the Sea Sauron.
I am not
You want to
doing
anger
that.
Sea Sauron.
Yeah, let's put that on the maybe pile.
We could harpoon it, and then we'll be attached.
Do you
to
have
it.
a harpoon?
I could fashion one, probably.
All right, I'm going to go down to the door for the crew's quarters and just knock on the door. Hello, lads.
The thrumming, singing, and the scraping immediately stops. Prudence, that spell is concentration-based. I assume you've been maintaining it.
I'm trying. Oh.
It's like a candle's been snuffed out.
My magic.
And the door opens a second later, and you see 10 hammocks, 3 lads in each one. All of them reading. Just reading a book, or it's a parchment, or one of them's whittling, one of them's tying a rope, learning some sailor knots.
Sure.
And the guy with whom we've been speaking, holding a skull, it's like, good evening.
Evening. Hate to bother you at such a late hour, but we were just up on the deck, just doing the standard nautical checks that we do here at sea, and we noticed there was a Sea Sauron at the front of the boat.
What is a Sea Sauron?
Oh, like a big eye, sort of swiveling around, sort of pulling the boat magically through the water, hovering above the waves. That doesn't usually happen. So we were wondering if you had anything to do with that. If that
One moment.
Okay.
Lads, and you hear from lots of people in the hammocks, just like, lads, 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 lads. We know not of this Sea Sauron.
Sorry to have bothered you. Just a mistake on our part. Close the door. Guys, it wasn't the lads. They said themselves.
All right, I go back to the Sea Sauron.
They've got so much money. Why would they
We've
lie?
established it has eyelids. So I
It's
think we
gone.
Can... Oh, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
Well, it is fine. Problem solved. Problem solved. Let's get on with the cruise.
All right, karaoke night.
Well, it's sleep till morning, obviously, because, you know, we've got 5 days to fill here. So everyone just back to bed. It was probably we got snagged on a turtle. And you thought you saw a Sea Sauron, but then...
It's a manatee or something.
Yeah, a manatee or a sea horse.
I do
Big
make
one.
a tremendous number of mistakes.
Yeah.
So,
Could you have made a mistake this time, Dov?
yeah, I go
Yeah.
back to sleep up
I
there.
feel like it was real, but also it was cool and evil and spooky.
So you're fine
I'm
with it?
fine with it.
Okay.
I
All right,
turn
well,
into
I mean...
a cat and hide in the bunks.
Okay.
All right.
If everyone else is fine with this, if it happens again, maybe we can talk to the lads a bit more, try and get, some answers. But I think,
If the
it's
Sea
just high spirits.
Okay.
Who hasn't summoned the Sea Sauron once we've had a few, No.
Boys will be boys,
Yeah.
Okay, so Merylwen turns into a cat.
Meow.
The Joyful Damnation has, to be honest, like it's a ship, and because I say so, in Geth, all ships have sort of like, they're not rat runs, because rats do what they want, they're more like cat runs. Like, there are just lots of little tunnels and doors built into the side of all of the cabins, so the cats can come and take care of the rats at will. So I would still like you to make me a stealth check. It's dexterity stealth. Just don't biff it. What's that?
13 plus 4.
13. Okay, no, yeah, there's 17. You're still pretty invisible.
Get in
you
those vents.
slink into the bunk room and sort of, I guess, hide in the shadow under some hammocks. Every time. and you just see the party just sort of all sat there, and they are, to be fair, they seem to be studiously reading. a couple of them have their heads sort of bowed together, which isn't hard. They're in the same hammock. And they're having a very, very quiet conversation.
I sneak up to them.
All right. You overhear one of them. One of them is the party liaison guy.
Whistle to sound innocent.
I don't know whether cats have
Can
lips.
cats whistle? Anyway, sorry.
There's no answer.
You hear them bow together, and one of them says, "Anything?" The other one says, "No, there is nothing. We have no choice but to press on with the stag do. What
been on
did you
stag do's like
think
that.
of the salsa? It was a bit spicy." "Yes, it was. Do you think it will taint our mission? No." "We're still having a great stag do. And we will find the good time for which we are looking." Great. Good. And that's sort of about all you hear.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do as a cat?
I just wait around and see until they fall asleep.
Maybe
and then I'll
relay the
slink off, I
information.
think.
Okay. They fall asleep. Roll me a notice check, perception check, sorry. Wisdom perception.
Well. That's a 2 plus 4 plus 3. So 9.
No, you just leave.
All right, everyone to sleep. Tomorrow's another day.
All right.
I turn back into an elf. I've done my wild shaping for the day.
Okay, the sun rises. The Joyful Damnation has been expertly crewed overnight by the skeletons who need no sleep.
I'm knee-deep in dead seabirds.
The deck is festooned with them.
I fashion a couple of the seabirds into a puppets in case we need to do any more entertainment.
What,
Dog?
hand-up puppets or string puppets?
One of each.
You can have inspiration for that.
Egbert, do you want to flame breath a few of these seagulls for breakfast?
I could do, yeah. I could do, but I do want to save all I've got for the fireworks show. I suppose I'll be resting in between.
That's the final
I'd
night.
barbecue some seabirds, why not?
The smell rouses the stag lads to the deck, where they sort of quietly chant lads around mouthfuls of roasted seabird. And then they sort of just stand there looking expectantly at you.
Morning, fellas. Hope you're ready for another great day of entertainment and fun.
We can't wait.
That's the spirit.
I look round at my companions and say, all right, guys, let's give these guys a really, really great day of entertainment today.
It's the whale watching.
It's the whale watching today. Last night was a bit weird. It's a shame that we didn't learn anything more about what was going on or gather any clues, but I guess maybe, Marilyn, if you want to kick off the whale.
It was probably just one of those ocean phenomenon that happens, like St. Elmo's fire or mermaids or the boat sinking for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
St. Elmo's fire or 16 candles.
Yeah. One of those.
One of those great Brat Pack tales.
8 people clapping.
The 8 people who've seen St. Elmo's fire.
Some passing seals just sort of...
All right. Who's ready for some whale watching, lads?
Woo!
Are you lads whale watching?
Oh, sorry.
Whales.
Yes.
We were just thinking about how great it's going to be when one of us is married.
Yes.
Yes, we are ready to watch some whales.
Okay, well,
Okay.
let's get excited.
Yeah.
All right, let's make it a bit interesting, lads. How about someone has to, if every time we see a whale, someone has to
Drink. Yes.
take a shot, and then say something, a personal thing about what's going on with them at the moment with their secret mission and aim.
Yeah, it's great.
That's a really good idea.
Really good
I like
drinking
that.
game.
Make me a charisma persuasion check.
That is a 15 plus, 19.
What?
Oh, no, sorry, 21.
Oh my god.
That sounds like so much fun.
Woo!
Lads.
Let's get some whales.
Whales. Whales.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anyone? Egbert? No, I'm joking.
What do you...
Okay, so I go up to the side of the boat and I cast Speak with Animals. And I call out, hey, do you feel like you want to have a purpose in life?
No, Merylwyn, whales, not porpoises.
You can have inspiration.
Thank you. Because I think we're going to have a really good time today.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah. One of every kind of whale.
You'd really be bailing me out.
Yeah.
I wrote an essay on whales once, but I got a bad mark because it didn't have the proper citations. Carry on.
I'm going to try not to go dugong and all. So I go out to
I'll be
the
in my
sea,
cabin.
and I'm like, hey, any whales? And also some dolphins, because you always see dolphins on a whale watching cruise, and they're honestly the most exciting part of it, because they go all jumpy. And I'm like, hey guys, can I have a huge favour? Can you come over? My friends would like to see the beauty of nature.
All right. Okay, the dolphins do show up, despite the fact they were like slightly offended that you mentioned them second. Let's face it, dolphins are jerks.
Yeah.
But so basically, yeah, it starts slowly with some sort of the bow wave at the front of the ship starts to get a little bit more lumpy, and you're like, oh, there's something swimming alongside us. And then off in the distance, you see some spurts from blowholes, just kind of like coming up like in the distance that start to get closer, and it seems like pretty much every whale in like a 4 nautical mile radius
Very nice.
saved it has converged on the joyful damnation, and they start to frolic and breach. 2 sperm whales sort of crack heads together because screw sperm whales.
Whales, drink! You, lad! Down it, secret. Come on.
So, of course, you're right. Whales start showing up, and one of them sort of takes a deep draft, passes the skull on someone else, and says, oh, this feels very naughty.
Naughty cool.
I don't get it. We are, oh gosh.
Come on, we're all mates.
We're
all had
not
a few,
just
come on.
searching for a good time. We're looking for something lost on the bottom of the sea.
Classic, lads.
Oh, another whale. You drink.
Drink. I'm going to do a constitution check for these guys. Why did I make 30 of them? Yeah, well, he biffed the constitution check. So this guy downs a bunch of booze and is like, yeah, and here's the secret. It's so cool.
Cool secret. Love to chat more. What's that? Another whale.
Yeah.
Looks like a big one.
Drink. He downs a bunch of booze.
What are you searching for? Specifically.
I rolled a natural 20. He picks up the grog barrel and is like, bah, la, 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 and shoves half of it down. It's like, lads, is what we're looking for. It's a religious thing. Oh, I've said too much.
Hey, what?
Way.
I keep going way, but I make eye contact with the other Oxventurers. Like,
Did they say it's a religious?
They said it's a religious thing.
Religious thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that your bag?
Have you ever heard of anything like this,
Religious
Egbert?
things.
I can have a little religious one-to-one.
Don't you have a
with,
law book or something? Have you got anything in there about this?
I have a book, I don't think.
What book is it?
Can you read?
It's just
I
down
never
ground.
learnt, okay?
Don't awe him.
He had all
Years
the
of paladin
opportunities.
training.
I sidle up to one of the prominent-looking lads
Yep.
and say, religion, eh? The one who revealed and has drunk an entire bottle of, an entire barrel of booze. Sidle up to him and say, religion, right? It's crazy. should we have a little chat about religion? Maybe I can help you out.
Okay, what's your god?
Oh, well, it's this purple cow. I've seen it, for real, though. Yeah, I'm not making it up. It's just one of the lesser gods. You probably haven't heard of it.
What?
That makes me sound like a hipster. I'm really not.
It's this little deity you probably haven't heard of.
Yeah. It's going to be huge in a couple of years. So tell me, this religious thing, like, you're looking for at the bottom of the ocean, that's... Wow. Wow, that's heavy.
Sort of a pilgrimage towards wedding.
Right.
And, yeah, it's pilgrimage.
So who's the bride?
Oh, God, it's not bloop-de-loop, is it? The blib-de-blob? Blob-a-lob.
No.
Okay.
I hate that joke.
Corazon, I'm making progress. I whisper. Yeah, so who's the bride?
She's not here as a stag do.
I mean, obviously, but you can tell me about
She's
her,
on
right?
the land. And she dresses in red. And red.
Interesting.
And red. And red.
Oh.
And red.
Does her name begin with L?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's good. That's fine. Just I had a thing. Not a
There's
romantic
an L
thing.
in it, I think.
So wait, there's some sort of bride.
Yeah.
The clue is they dress in red, in red, in red. Lads, there's a whale drink. Does the name begin with P? Like Prudence, just check in.
How long does this spell last?
Quite a while, actually.
It's P, no.
Okay, well, there are probably enough whales to just go through the alphabet. And then go through it again for letter 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
I'm not making this up. I just decided to do a constitution check for all 30 of the lads.
Okay.
And I rolled a 1.
That's what you like.
So they pass out. They're like, great whale watching. And in the most raucous exhibition of whale watching I think Geth has ever seen, 30 stag lads just hit the deck.
Well, I don't think we're going to get much more out of them now.
Okay, so what did we learn today? Let's bullet point it.
Okay.
They're looking for something in the sea,
Bottom of the
Pilgrimage.
ocean.
bottom of the ocean,
It's a religious thing.
religious thing. They
trying
are going to a wedding.
The bride isn't here, it's on the land.
It's on land.
Dressed in
And
red, red, red,
wears
red, red.
low red.
Red, 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 red.
There's an L in the name,
An L in the
but it
name.
doesn't start with an L.
Okay. All right. While they're unconscious,
Let's go through their pockets, see what they got.
that's a much better idea.
What were you going to say, Dom?
Dob.
Dive to the bottom of the sea and look around.
You can do that. We'll go through the pockets.
Yeah, but surely, like, that I would have seen it
We're
before
not
anything else.
where they want to be yet.
Yeah, but
Do you just want to go to the bottom of the ocean for fun?
look, I said it wasn't as good an idea. Why the third degree? Should we go through some pockets or
Let's
All
what?
right,
go
let's
through some
start going
pockets.
through their pockets. I go down to their cabin and, go through
All right,
their stuff.
I'm going to rifle through
Rifle
some
through their things.
Yeah.
Check their
I join.
possessions.
Let's go and have a look.
Oh, we could just
Look for some, like,
Yep.
books and clues.
What were you going to say, Dom?
I was going to say we could ask the skeletons to look
No,
for the clues.
no,
No,
that's not. We've already given them one
bloodbath.
thing to do. I had a dead albatross in my face. I'm done.
Maimed. Everyone make me an intelligence investigation check. Who's checking pockets, who's checking the cabin?
Cabin.
You checking cabin? I'm doing
yeah.
Pockets. I'll do pockets.
Ooh,
20.
20 as well.
What? Crit!
Oh, you've rolled it to a 14.
I high-five
Dom.
Melwyn.
There we go.
I rolled
Thanks.
18, but I feel like it doesn't even matter at this point.
Yeah, I got 17.
Okay. Everyone who didn't roll a natural 20 finds sort of identical stuff in the pockets, or indeed the sort of berths of these absolute lads. You find sort of like a piece of deer antler wrapped in a sort of twine. In fact, on closer inspection, it seems to be sort of like a fine rope woven out of like specially preserved sea kelp, and it's just bound around it.
I lick it. What's it taste like?
Preservatives and sea kelp,
Salty.
and the antler, like. If you lick it for long enough, like the whole room is suffused with just the smell of toenails. Because that's what happens. It's just like I give my dog antlers to chew all the time. It's just, yeah, you know, they stink. Anyway,
Dog
We have an
licking the
antler ban
antler.
in.
Sorry.
We've all learned something today. That's great.
And you also find kind of like everyone finds a small round, round, not spherical, round stone carved with a windrose. And that's what you find.
Have I found
Okay.
the chest with 100,000 gold pieces in it?
Yes.
What?
Is it locked?
No.
Guys, here's the chest with 100,000 gold pieces in it.
Open it and see if there is all that money
Let's
in
throw
there.
the lads in the sea.
Yeah, we just take the money and throw them in the sea. That would stop all
the
this.
other 200,000 gold at the other end of it.
Good thinking, Meryl.
And I
gamble.
want to get to the bottom of this before they get mad at us.
Yeah, but what if we mess up karaoke night?
All right, fine.
Exactly. Don't want to miss out on karaoke night.
That's true. I don't want to miss out on karaoke night. All right, fine. All right, let's, I guess, just put them in. Does this tell us anything? They've got some weird antlers?
Well, that's all that we found. But
Yeah, what about the other
what about the Nat
search
20
party?
fellas?
I was going to say you found the chest with 100,000 gold pieces in it.
okay,
You already
right.
asked me about that. You find... you find an old map that sort of rolls out with a bunch of different routes across the waves. Some of them are just angrily scrawled out. And it looks like this isn't the first stag do they've been on.
Oh.
Nor is it up to the 30th stag do they've been on, which is feasible if they were all really good mates. This is maybe like the 80th stag do.
Maybe
if
maybe
indeed
they've
all of them were stag
divorced.
do's. They've been on at least 80 voyages with this map.
Okay.
Or someone has.
We should be easier on these guys. They've been divorced a lot of times.
It's just one of them as well.
That
He's just
poor
had
guy.
really bad luck.
But basically, 2/3 of the map is absolutely covered in these little tiny lines that denote different voyages.
How many are left?
Place to place to place. I would say probably about a fifth of the map is left.
And
unscored.
if we look at the map, presumably we will find the route that we are currently travelling along one of those lines.
I think actually if you sort of looked at it for long enough, you would see that it's been filled in part way.
Right.
So you are on a line that is being written in.
Intriguing. Well, maybe this is the one. Maybe we're going to
Looking
find it. Maybe
scary.
we'll finally get to the wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they can end the stag do curse. Curse to go on an endless stag do until
Got
they
that.
make it to the wedding.
That is a real curse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An eternal stag
An
do.
eternal stag do.
No wonder they sound so tired.
One last thing, Coruscant.
Yeah.
You know you said you found the chest with 100,000 gold pieces in it?
Yes.
Did you look inside the chest?
Well,
for them?
obviously. Yes.
It's empty.
What?
Oh my god.
Guys, this chest with the 100,000, with this not
How
any...
many 100,000?
There's no 100,000.
What?
0 100,000.
On the
Oh
plus
my.
side, that means there's no 100,000 for Dob to throw in the sea. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all know where the money went.
I grabbed Dob by the lapels. Where do you put it, Dob?
I think you know. I put
Hang
it
on
in
a
seagulls.
second. My entire motivation for keeping these guys on the boat has gone out the window. There's no money here.
Well, here's a new motivation. They're clearly doing some, cool, spooky magic, and we're going to solve, one of the oldest mysteries of Geth. If we find where they're going and then probably stop whatever they're doing, because it sounds bad.
But the money.
There will always, but what do we even do with the money?
You throw it in a lake.
The money.
So I need more.
What do we use with the money? Our needs are
To
simple.
exchange for goods and services.
What goods and services do we need?
Boots.
You got boots off a corpse. We rob and we steal and we enterprise. We can magic up pretend money and pay with that. What is it with you and money? See?
He's a pirate. It's his whole deal.
I literally don't understand what you're saying to me.
I kind of want to know what they're looking for at the bottom of the ocean, because I want it for myself.
Against
So let's get it and then kill them all.
Against my better judgment, I do want to do karaoke night. So let's keep this
and he
going.
wants to do karaoke.
All right. It's decided.
All right, let's get these guys back into their quarters.
All right.
And day 3 of this charade.
We drag 30 lads back into the crew quarters.
They sort of mumble sleepily like, lads. But you get them back in there.
Like drunken angels.
Yeah.
Tuck them into their hammocks.
All right,
Okay.
Dob, you're on Sea Sauron watch.
Okay.
Any
all
Sea
right.
Saurons start happening, you let us know.
Yes, and actually, here's something we learned that we didn't know before. It has eyelids, and something with eyelids can communicate. So I will be on the lookout, and I will be looking to talk to that Sea Sauron should it appear.
Sounds good. Okay, and actually, it sounds like you've got this. Don't wake me. I'll be asleep.
All right.
Good luck.
So what we're
I'm
saying
al-
is the Dob hasn't slept for one night, and we want him to not have slept for 2 nights.
Yes.
Is that the plan?
I'm already exhausted, and I'm staring at the sea.
Okay.
All right. In fact, I dangle off the front of the boat, convinced I won't fall asleep.
I mean, make me a constitution check, obviously.
1.
You
Dob
see
goes in the
everyone,
drink.
like, basically everyone watches Dob as he ties a ley line around himself and goes, well, I'm just going to go watch the front of the boat for eyelid eyes, and I won't fall asleep, and just, like, he's already asleep by the time his ass leaves the rail. So, Dob, you spend the night upside down. I mean, thankfully you're drooling into the ocean, so it's not embarrassing, but you're just like, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, everyone else, I mean, are we posting the same vigils for those of you who don't need to sleep or just sleep
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and
terrifyingly?
Do my
again
position.
for a bit.
Yeah, I'll be in the other cabin, the nicer one.
Okay, the
I
night.
snuck into the magazine.
Oh God, he's getting closer to the cannons and gunpowder and stuff.
Just roll me a d20 and don't roll a 1.
What's the matter with you?
Consequences.
We can always claim it's the fireworks show.
Not if we're dead.
That's a 9. Constitution plus 2 is 11.
No, I just didn't want you to roll a 1.
Okay.
I just thought I'd gamble the entire Oxventure's guild.
The ship
Anyway.
blows up, everyone goes home.
So, the night passes without incident.
Okay.
You hear a hell of a lot of snoring. It's pretty throaty in the same way that the droning was, but no, you got this guy's wrecked. They are hammered. So,
Lads.
the sun rises on day 3, and everyone wakes up. I mean, obviously the lads.
what's
Is it
the
day 3?
agenda?
Day 3.
It is
Yeah,
day
the
3.
third day.
I startle awake.
You'd think we'd be further in.
Right, karaoke night starts right now, 6 a.m.
I startle awake when a flying fish lands in my mouth, and I climb up onto the deck, and I'm like,
Dob, karaoke night. Make it happen. You're the
yeah,
bards.
karaoke night.
Music.
It doesn't have to be the night time
No.
for karaoke night.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
Right.
lads, get out of bed, get on deck. It's mandatory karaoke.
You hear 30 people in a desultory fashion just going, lad,
I start banging a pan real loud.
lad.
Karaoke starts now.
Lads.
There's no karaoke like 6 a.m. karaoke.
Lads.
The sun is never brighter than it is now.
Lads. In fairness, it is starting to resemble an actual stag do. Great.
All right,
They're
Dob.
on deck for karaoke night. The sun is rising. The seabirds are calling briefly. Carry on.
Okay. All right. Who wants to sing first? Which of you lads?
Prudence, use your deep voice thing and do some Barry White.
By popular request, I cast thaumaturgy and do some Barry White. Just to get it warmed up, you know. I assume, Dob, you know all the hits of...
I absolutely do.
Lord
so well
White.
that there's no need to bore everyone by going through that now.
Imagine we do that, and
Yeah.
then...
So
the-
Barry White is expertly and expediently sung. It goes down
Get
really
on,
well.
And then the lads, we invite
lads,
them to
You.
sing.
So, you, drink. Then what are you singing?
Do you know the song, Tequila? The one, the one with the really simple lyrics, not the "It makes me happy" one. Yeah.
All right, but I know a cool, fun lads drinking game variant of this. Where, and this is great, well, I've done this on so many stages, I always go down an absolute storm, where every other time, instead of shouting tequila, we shout something that we're looking for.
Yeah.
I'll start.
Okay.
We'll start. Go for it.
Okay.
All right, so like first time, it's simple.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so like Corazon and I will go first. So I'm like, da-da-da-da-da-da, tequila, da-da-da-da-da-da.
100,000 gold pieces.
A little ripple goes through all 30 and they're like, oh yes, don't worry, we will pay you.
Yeah, way!
Righto.
I look at da-da-da-da-da-da, tequila, da-da-da-da-da-da, atonement. Prudence, da-da-da-da-da-da, tequila, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ultimate power!
Tequila!
All the animals.
Oh, I think it's time for one of the lads. Tequila!
An imprisoned god. Oh no! So, I mean, tequila, lads.
Hey, no, man, it's all good. The Prince of God, that sounds rad.
Let's keep going.
Hey, if you
My father's love.
Oh,
I mean,
it's a downer, Corazon.
thank you.
This can happen when karaoke gets deep.
Oh.
It's not very nice, is it?
Don't get him started on father
It's
and
fine.
son.
Oh,
I take Egbert's one side. Didn't you have like a spell that makes people, say the truth in a kind of holy,
In some kind of zone.
yeah,
You know what?
some sort
I
of
do,
religious
yeah.
paladin way?
What would you call a spell like that? Some kind of
Zone
truth
doesn't
zone.
seem like a very kind of word that we
Doesn't, does
fantasy
it?
adventurers would use, but
And
apparently...
yet-
And yet...
And yet.
There is a spell that I do know
That creates a
called
kind
Zone
of-
of Truth.
No.
I know!
why don't we frame it as a drinking game?
Yeah. Guys, I know a great drinking
Wait,
game.
what's it called?
It's called Zone of Truth. Zone of Truth. Zone of Truth. Zone of Truth.
Zone of truth.
All right.
Zone of truth. Wait.
All right, here's how we play. I hand one of the lads a little bar mat, and I place it on the edge of a capstan or something, and I'm like, all right, you have to go whoop,
Hey,
like
leave
that,
the
and you have to
capstans
catch
alone.
it. Sorry, and you have to catch it,
delicate
and if you
between.
fail, you have to get in the zone of truth.
Yeah.
Zone of truth.
And answer a question like an absolute legend.
Absolute bants.
Okay. I mean, that's a 19.
Oh.
So the first one's like,
Where you did it! Forfeit! Zone of
Lads,
truth!
lads.
Zone of... Oh, did I not explain the rules? Oh, man, sorry.
do you
Yeah.
mean?
You
No,
must
if you
not have been
do
listening.
catch it, yeah.
You're such a legend,
yeah,
so
yeah.
busy singing you weren't even listening. No, if you
Lads,
catch it, you get in the
lads.
zone of truth.
He's so drunk, he's not even listening. What a legend.
Let's get this legend in the zone of truth, am I right?
Absolute
boys?
legend. In the
In
zone!
the zone!
I rather thought that. I mean, why do you bother?
Zone.
Zone.
But if every outcome is getting in the zone, why are we bothering with the flipping?
Because we're legends!
This doesn't seem like. This doesn't seem like. This doesn't seem like a good forum for a heart-to-heart. He gets in the zone of truth, I guess.
I cast Zone of Truth on him. It's a 15-foot radius.
Yeah.
It's a charisma saving throw, and these guys do not seem charismatic.
I am offended, Mike.
Yeah.
What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 12.
Cool. They rolled a 6.
Wait.
Minus 1.
Zone of truth.
Now you know how I feel.
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, carry on.
So come on, this imprisoned god, right? A, where is the imprisoned god? B, who is the imprisoned god? C, what do we need to bring?
To kill the imprisoned god.
Not necessarily to kill, just in case. We're all lads here, we're having a great time. We provided 2 nights of solid entertainment.
We've asked for 5. We don't know where the buried, what's the word I'm looking for? Imprisoned, not litigious. The imprisoned god is. We've been looking for said god for quite a long time.
Okay, who is the imprisoned god?
I mean, okay, I know I'm in the zone of truth, and I want to respect that.
You
Because
better.
really you've gone above and beyond. But I must, if I disclose that information, I will literally die.
Okay.
Oh, sounds like dry bants. Zone of truth.
Okay, last question. Are you expecting us to survive this voyage, or are you looking for the, is it just to kind of we die along? I mean, I've seen you've done a lot of these voyages.
Yes.
What happened to the rest of the cruise? Are they good?
They're fine.
Ah, that's fine then.
To be honest, they're quite wealthy.
Oh,
Right, good.
nice.
Eggbit,
Merylwyn has a question. You can ask a question, Merylwyn, if you'd like to ask a question.
Where's the money?
Oh, yeah, where is the money?
I didn't have you down as
What
the
do you
mercenary
mean,
sort,
where
Merylwyn.
is
You
the money?
surprised me
We
today.
showed you the money before.
How did you make it look like there was any money?
What do you mean?
There's no money in that chest.
How did you make it look like there was?
How have you been looking into our chests?
That
it's
doesn't
just-
sound
We're
like
just
a question.
cleaning.
Hey,
I
we're
was
not in
doing
the
some
zone
cleaning,
of truth.
I-
You're in
you
the zone
know.
of truth.
Yeah, when we lose the game, we'll get in the zone of truth, but we don't.
Come to think of it, I'm not sure that I've seen any of you play any of the games. Why weren't
We're
you?
organising. We don't play the games. That would be unfair on you guys.
I
The games
flip
are
a
for you.
bar, I flip a little beer mat up and catch it effortlessly.
No, you missed.
Get it forfeit, come here.
Did I not explain the rules? No, if you catch it, you're it wouldn't make sense for you to catch it and then...
But I caught it.
What?
I caught it!
Mate, you are... Wow.
Wasted,
You're
this guy.
wasted. This guy.
Oh, well.
Honestly, absolute mad lad.
I'm sorry, I did not realize that you would be checking up on where the money was on your ship that we've been on since we hired you with the money.
Well, surprise. So, the money, how did you make it look like there was any?
I mean, he pulls back a bit of his cloak and there's just a massive gold pouch there. It's like,
Oh.
and all of them, all 30 of them are like,
Guys, here's the money. I told you they were on the up and up.
In fairness, we didn't know if it was all inclusive.
Yeah,
Did
there
you
is a
not see
cash
your
bar
wristbands
later.
or what?
Yeah.
Some things are
No.
extra.
Guys, I think these guys are on the up and up. We should let them
Yeah.
finish the journey.
All right, how do we help you finish your journey? How do we help you bring about the end of the Ragnarok or whatever you're probably trying to do?
All 30 of them produce identical itineraries from their sleeves.
We've got to keep the itinerary going. All right,
Okay.
everyone to bed. It's 9 a.m.
All right, it's fine. You can leave the zone of truth now. You've been a good
Thank
sport.
you.
It's like 11:45 in the morning.
Yeah, karaoke was a
Bed.
huge success. Everyone to bed.
Good
Here's a free
night.
Joyful Damnation t-shirt.
It's 6:15
Well.
a.m., everyone to bed.
We'd use an actual cannon rather than a t-shirt cannon.
Yeah. I fire it into the sea and I'm like, there's your t-shirt. Go get it.
One of them swims out to catch it.
Hooray!
Right.
He does not make it back.
Oh,
The others seem unconcerned.
no.
Right.
Hey, only
cool.
29 to cater for now.
They go to sleep as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, there goes some of the gold. All right,
Wow. Wow.
at least it's in the sea where I wanted it. Who wants to be a real-life pirate? Lads?
Is it the morning now? Is
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it's 5 a.m. the next day.
wow. Dob's shaking them awake. Who wants to be a pirate?
Us,
yeah.
lads. They get up and they sort of just form a circle expectantly around
Okay.
you. There are
Oh.
30 of them around.
29.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We lost Steve.
29.
Steve
Steve
Pratt.
was a party casualty.
Pirate training, everybody.
Okay.
Everybody on deck. Okay. Right, the main thing that you need to keep in mind when pirate training, you've got to warm up first. It's very easy to injure yourself. What is this, Merylwyn? A sword? I'd be needing this, thank you very much. Anyway, so you're going to want to do your stretches first, some lunges, deep lunges, just to warm up those hammies and get those nice and warm.
He has
traps
never done this
going.
before a fight before.
No.
No, I
This is all important
I
stuff.
assume he's about to show us how to hide behind something.
Yeah.
Okay, lads.
You
Let's
don't want
talk
to pull a
hair
hammy
care.
hiding behind something. That'd be dreadful.
Lads.
Let's talk hair care. You're going to want a leave-in conditioner to get the nice...
Lads.
I scrabble for a pen.
Yeah, get this down, Dob. This is important stuff.
Leave-in conditioner. you
Okay,
say.
now you're going to want to get an eye patch. Left or right, it doesn't matter. You can wear it on either eye. You can wear it in the middle. I mean, it doesn't matter. Being a pirate is great. You do whatever you want, all the time.
Yeah. They all start throat singing at once.
Uh-oh.
Like all of them, and they start stamping
Oh.
their feet
Oh, no.
on the
I
deck.
didn't even get to the part about boots. Oh my
I
god.
feel like something eldritch is happening.
Yeah, I use the ritual comprehend languages from my book of ancient secrets. I'm just like riffling through my book of ancient secrets. I've got something for this. It's comprehend languages if it is
Yep.
indeed a language that they are throat singing in.
Yes, they are. And you sort of you look it up, and it seems like they are all throat singing. Come and have a go if you think you're.
What are they saying, Prudence?
And sure enough, there's if the skeletons see it. There is sort of it's almost like a torpedo has been fired under the water. There is this object flying incredibly fast through the water towards the joyful
guys,
damnation.
they're getting Larry. They're
And
doing
about
Larry
30 foot
throat
away from the
singing.
ship, it springs into the air and lands on the deck opposite Corazon de Baena. And apologies to all of you in the back. It's one of these.
Oh.
Whoa.
Let me see.
A Sahuagin.
It's a big old fish monster.
What the hell?
Corazon, roll me initiative.
What? Excuse me?
You heard.
The very idea.
Ooh. More
Well,
bending,
that's a
more
5.
stretching.
Oh.
5?
Yeah.
Well, that's a 19 for me.
Oh my god.
Hoo-boo. It's got a spear, by the way. And it's going to lunge at you with said spear. What's your AC?
15.
Okay, it misses with the spear, but it also makes a bite attack.
Crit.
It's a critical bite.
Uh-oh.
You get bit.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. It's rubbish.
What? What's going on?
That guy.
Corazon, how do you feel about peg legs?
If you had a
Actually,
leg-
to be fair, it does 7 points of damage to you.
Whoa.
I think you mean 3.5 points of damage.
For
Explain yourself.
Whoa, uncanny dodge out of the way of that bite.
Yeah, it turns out. Okay.
I turned to Prudence and say, this is way better than I was expecting this training to go. Like, really impressive.
Now, what you just saw, lads,
Yeah.
was uncanny dodge. It's a pretty cool pirate skill you'll pick up, and oh my god, he's still here.
You'll go.
What?
Can I cast calm emotions on the sea thing?
Can I have your pen? Sorry,
Yes.
thank you.
I mean, I guess you are there. Yeah, go on then.
Well, never mind.
Dob falls over.
Okay, how close is he to me now? I guess he just bit me, so he's right next to me.
He's very close.
Is he still
to you.
attached?
No, it was like a chomp, and then sort of respectfully seeing what Corazon would do.
Well, I draw my rapier, and I
Right.
stick him with it.
Go on then.
Fine. I'm gonna.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're
it is.
looking-
It is cool.
You're
You know
looking-
what else is cool? 19.
In fairness, yes, you have beaten the armor class. Please roll your damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Lads, what you're seeing here is some grade A pirate training.
This.
You're seeing exactly
notes.
what to do. You're seeing exactly what not to do.
This jerk.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a D8. I'm too angry to read numbers.
There you go.
Thank you. And you know what? Because he's within 5 feet, I'm going to use sneak attack
Whoa.
to deal an extra 2d6 damage.
Ooh!
because I'm so angry. That is a 6, and a 3, and a 2.
11.
Woo!
Fair. So Coruscant sort of feints and then does sort of a rising lunge, which scores a deep runnel up this creature's chest from hip to shoulder. It sort of shrieks and gore just spills out of it onto the deck.
Wow,
It's pretty cool, to be fair.
I burst into an immediate round of applause and then look to the 29 and go,
Lads?
pretty good.
Prudence, you immediately hear the quality of the throat singing change among the lads. They're like, and then basically you hear them being like, great job, sawed off. And the Sahwagin just legs it, basically, just like pushes its way through the circle, runs up the bowsprit and just falls into the ocean.
Okay, little background. They summoned that thing and then told it to sort off. Just a little...
All right. I guess they wanted to
you better run.
see some real pirate training that was a bit exciting.
That
fair
was
enough.
very impressive. We are delighted to be in the company of such a good pirate.
Yeah.
Even the skeletons give you a golf clap.
That must sound really weird.
So it basically...
Like
I
that.
love this. It rains finger bones because they're skeletons. They're like...
Oh, wait. I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on Corazon.
Ah. Cool.
Okay. Corazon, I lay thee down.
All right.
Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones.
My bones ignite.
We'll try to fix you.
I'm so angry. Cool. Thank you for another day's worth of satisfying Stag 2.
Yeah, and you see, because I warmed up properly, feel fine.
One of them, indeed,
important.
he takes you aside and sort of presses a cup of grog into your hand and is like, I just want to let you know we're having the best time. So much so that it feels like this entire Stag Do is passing in the briefest of moments. Indeed, it wouldn't surprise me. Furthermore, it would actually delight me if we could wrap up the itinerary.
Everybody's
Quite
in bed.
soon. It feels like the rest of the Stag 2 might only take, let's call it, 3 minutes.
Okay.
Right. All right, you absolute legends. It's 5:30 a.m. Let's go to bed.
They hit the deck and sleep.
Rise and shine, everybody. It's 5:45
Time
a.m.
for a daytime fireworks
5:45
display.
a.m. time PS5.
All right.
Bright
You know when
sunshine.
fireworks look the
I'm
best?
going to need my most very potent explosives here.
But
for
it's
this.
already on deck. He's ready.
So, it's a breakfast firework display.
Yeah.
So, I gather up all 3 of the bombs that I brought with me into like my arm, and I fling them as high into the sky as possible.
Lovely.
And as I fling them, each of them touches my lips briefly and lights the fuse for a kind of perfect synchronized display of 3 beautiful fireworks.
What a lovely plan. Make me a charisma performance check.
Uh-oh.
Charisma you want, is it? That's a +3, that's fine.
I mean, to be fair,
probably.
yeah.
That's a 6 +3, that's 9.
Okay. All of the bombs... Yeah, sink the ship. Great idea. Sorry. All of the bombs sail out hissing in a beautiful arc over the waves. And it's only after the 3rd one has kissed your lips and like soared into the sky that you're like, fuses on those are quite long. Because they then go boom, boom, boom into the ocean. And then there are 3 very muted booms that then send sailing rather. Like, you remember the dolphins and the porpoises? They just in a massive fountain of red and blubber and just guts and partly digested fish.
It's raining mints. Hallelujah.
And all 30 of them, in a massive shout of lads, 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 start grabbing gobbets of sea mammal from the sky and stuffing them into their maws, and then just give you a standing ovation. They're like, yes, yes, please. I have never been served such an innovative meal. It was wonderful and also quite soporific. They headbutt the deck and go to sleep.
I trance extra hard that night.
The big fish and a little fish in a cardboard box.
All right, rise and shine, lads. It's the last day of the stag do. Hope you're all ready to get on it.
Lads. What's left?
Nothing.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
We must nearly be at Necropolis on Sea.
Probably.
I gave my telescope to Dob. Dob, give me back my telescope.
Where is the telescope, John?
We don't even need the telescope.
Using my keen sense of vision, I see in the distance.
All right, fine.
Oh, look, we're coming in on Necropolis on Sea.
Question mark.
Question mark.
There it is.
Are we?
Hold on. As I say hold on, all 30 of them spread their arms. 29 of them.
Thank you.
Oh.
Does it only work with 30, whatever's left?
No, thankfully. All 29 of them spread their arms, and the joyful damnation stops immediately. Like someone's pulled some ethereal handbrake.
Does everyone go flying off the front?
Dob, what did I say about playing with the anchor?
I would like everyone
Try to cut
actually
down.
to... Oh no. Everyone just make me an athletics saving throw. Just keep your feet.
20.
Oh, Merylwen does a front flip off Dob.
13.
Fine.
6.
So 6 plus 3 plus 4. So
14, actually.
Was it strength athletics? Was it?
Yeah.
5.
How do you get 5 in
You're
athletics?
so strong. Mine is 22.
Strength
But
athletics.
no.
Prudence, you are...
On acrobatics.
Oh.
You are, Prudence, you are lodged into the mizzenmast by your horns. So you're now just sort of standing there like, no. I hate it when this happens.
Not my mizzenmast.
Not my
horns.
Prudence down.
Yeah, fair. Dob,
I'm stuck.
you briefly kiss the deck with your nose. And you, like, as you sort of pull yourselves back to your feet or finish your graceful front flips, as it were, you hear more throat singing from the lads, who are suddenly very excited.
Oh.
You're going to be like, in fact, they sing for just a few short seconds, and then in unison they start chanting, lads, 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 lads and Calder, lads and Calder. And the entire ocean starts roiling underneath. And you, Prudence, you feel sort of like a pat on your back from like a weird eldritch tentacle.
Feels good,
As if to
okay.
be like, here we go! And from the ocean springs, like, first a sort of like sea-rind set of horns covered in like seaweed and sea wrack. And you're pretty sure you can see the ribcage of a blue whale in there because it is absolutely colossal. And then screaming, roaring to the surface of the ocean comes this horribly diseased-looking, enormous stag. And as it starts to emerge, the guy with whom you've been sort of like liaising all this time is standing on the front of the ship, and he roars, "The sea gives assent, the sky gives assent, blood has been spilled, the songs have been sung, we have witnessed the dark between the stars." And basically a god just starts to roar up in front of you. And it looks for a second, it sort of leans back on its haunches and looks as if it's about to spring across the ocean, back toward dry land. And a tentacle suddenly whips itself up from the ocean and lashes itself around one of this stag god's legs. And basically what I'm telling you is that you need to roll for initiative right now.
Oh, boy.
Okay, you're not kidding.
But we get the money. Yeah?
We've fulfilled our part of the
4,
bargain.
20.
17.
6 again, I think.
Oh, wait,
this
no,
dice
initiative.
is defective.
21.
21 for Coruscant. 20 for Merylwen.
6 for Egbert.
Also me.
Oh,
7.
a literal god rolled a 3. So, you know. Okay, so we're going to start with Coruscant. There is a diseased-looking stag god rearing up in front of you. It sort of like is looked down and screamed at the fact that it's being held in position, looked round in consternation and has fixed its gaze upon the joyful damnation and all those who sail upon her.
It's in the ocean.
Well, it's sort of above the ocean. It's sort of
It's hovering above
Yeah.
the ocean.
Yeah.
Really should
Wow.
have used all my bombs for the firework display.
Yeah.
So it's hovering above the ocean and it's enormous, was that?
Yes, enormous and terrible and very angry.
So like a rotting sea stag.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to run down to the cannons and try and fire the cannons at this thing.
That's fair. Yeah.
So, interpret that in D&D.
I mean, it's just a standard,
Standard cannon check.
This is make it a strength check.
Okay.
Do you have proficiency in cannon?
No.
Any crossbow stats we're being suggested
Crossbow stats are
from
being
the
suggested?
audience?
Fine.
I do have proficiency with a crossbow.
Let's give him that because
Okay.
we're short
14,
on time.
15, 16.
Kind, that was kind.
It's 14 plus 4 plus 2.
Okay, you have plus 2. Where did it go? Yes, you have exceeded its armor class.
Okay.
Please roll your. What's the damage?
What's the damage?
Huh?
D10.
D10. D10.
Thanks.
That's a fun shape. 7.
We'll use that one. Yeah, okay. 7. Fine, done. Oops. Merylwen, what's she going to do when it screams at you?
I am going to cast Moonbeam.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, everyone. We'll wrap up in time. It's fine. Remind me about Moonbeam.
It's 1 act, 120 foot, 1 minute, 5 foot radius, 40 foot high, 2 d10s, and shapeshifters have a disadvantage, but he's not a shapeshifter.
Cool. So do I need to make a saving throw?
Saving throw.
Yeah, okay, fine. Good.
Well, thank goodness you didn't try and talk to it, because it's an animal.
That's
Yeah.
a 2.
That's true. Befriend
Let's
it.
have some damage, I guess.
All right.
Merylwen becomes best friends with the stag god.
The rotting
10,
sea
10.
god.
Yeah.
That's
No, we're going on holiday together in a few
That's
weeks.
12, that's
Nice.
10.
okay. That's a 3
Boo.
and a 10
Way.
and a 7.
Okay.
No, wait, that's a 2d10, so 3 and a 10, 13.
Thank you. Okay, so, describe the moonbeam. How doth it?
Well, I call upon the moon.
Lame. Sorry. Sorry. Carry on.
And this pillar of light comes straight down, right through the middle of this god. And it's like white, screaming clouds of energy.
I thought you said screaming clowns.
Screaming clowns pour forth from Merylwen's hands.
But it's just this such pure light, and it's such bright moonlight that you can't quite fully look at it, but I can because it's awesome. And yeah, just this column that just goes straight down through, right through the spinal cord.
Ladson Calder reacts as if it's been pinned to a board and just starts absolutely shrieking and roiling, and you hear 60 skeletons go, cool. While 29 cultists, let's face it, are sort of just worried, chanting, Ladson Calder, Ladson Calder. They're just not sure of themselves anymore. From that, we go to Dob, I believe.
Okay, I have an idea, but I think it's a real kill or cure situation.
Go on.
Go on.
All right. Hast thou heard? Hast thou heard?
I think I know this one.
Hast thou heard the ballad of Ursula and Prince Eric?
I was wrong.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're thinking
love it.
we should ram her with the prow of the ship.
I used to
Yeah.
listen to that one all the time when I was a baby.
All right, well, I'm not hearing a no, so I grab the ship's wheel and spin the joyful damnation around to try and sail the pointy end straight into its bloated, bursting corpse. God thing. We will burst it. We're bursting it. The plan is burst it. It's plan B for burst.
Okay. I mean, sure. Should we call this a strength check? Dex, I want to give you Dex sleight of hand, but I don't feel like I can.
Do what you got to do, Johnny.
You've got a minute 35. Let's give you Dex sleight of hand. Don't miss.
Okay, well, that's a 16.
Fine.
17. Sorry.
17. Great. Let's... What's the damage on an entire ship? Literally all the D20s we have.
I'm hearing
I
from
like
the audience.
that.
Our
Let's
expert
go.
consultant
Give 'em over.
says all the D20s.
Give 'em up.
Everyone ready?
20s? Have a 20. Oh, the emergency. Give him the emergency.
That's
D20.
a 12. How dare you?
No. Hang on. There we
Who's
go.
ready to have
They're
their
new.
mental
There we go.
arithmetic pushed to the
These
limit?
are nice.
Oh, are we rolling the emergency dice?
Yeah.
Oh, we only really need to roll that one. Okay.
Go on then.
All right. I'm not going to be able to keep
Don't
count.
mess it up.
We got 19 plus
You roll them all at once, stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please, God.
13 plus... Okay, well, it won't help us add them any faster, will it? Plus 4,
Excuse me. Wow.
10, 10,
Wow.
6,
Thank you.
10.
I cast Bless on
20.
Johnny.
20. In fact, we could just stop at that 20.
12.
9.
9.
9. That's a lot of... Wow! Look at that. You
Get
do
inspiration.
103
Inspiration
points
over.
of damage.
Inspiration.
Yeah, fair. The joyful damnation skewers basically the horrible undead heart of this god, which has so recently been released from its prison beneath the waves, and continuing presumably to be cooked by a beam of moonlight. It just sort of
Bursts.
bursts.
Coming out the nose.
The entire joyful damnation is given a fresh lick of paint. Said lick of paint is mostly shades of like purple and brown and black and I want to say taupe.
Just got this shit back, Gob.
You all smell terrible.
Plus ça change.
Can you press to digitate me to smell nicer?
And as the gobbets sort of like rain down around you, you hear 60 voices from up in the rigging below the decks and indeed on deck around you be like,
Bosses, the maimed albatrosses died. We're gonna take some new ones. It's only fair. It's not our fault. We want it.
That's fair, yeah.
Sorry, should we do this later?
What, wait, skeletons, what? You guys like, give them their heads back. That's the first thing.
Give them what, sorry?
Give them their heads back.
The heads back? Oh, they've still not got their heads.
Oh, we can have our heads back?
Oh, I guess you've done a good job.
30
you
heads
rascal
roll
skeletons.
up the stairs and from
Yay!
forgotten corners, up the mast, up the rigging, just brrrr, and return to skeletal bodies.
All right, let's go and talk to the lads then.
There are 29 abashed-looking lads on the deck. with you.
Lads, what a stag do you've had. So, how would you like to pay? Big chest of gold pieces? Bigger chest of gold?
There are 29 hefty thumps as 29 quite large purses hit the deck. They're all like,
That will do nicely, thank you.
Sorry. Well, actually not sorry. We said we'd pay you 200,000 more if the entertainment was up to snuff. Admittedly, we did not admit that we wanted to raise a forgotten god that had been imprisoned beneath the sea and make sure that he had his glorious wedding to blood on the land, wreaking his revenge on all of those who imprisoned him before, in retrospect, are bad. But on balance, I feel like you didn't have to kill him, and therefore not to be, no hard feelings about it or nothing, but I think it's just gonna be the 100K.
Hang on.
Lads.
The entertainment
Yeah.
is top class.
I mean, the salsa was mostly spice.
All right, guys, we didn't make all the money, but we made so many new friends.
These are not my friends.
Well, they're my friends.
Yeah. We didn't make as much money as we could have, but we did kill a lot of whales.
All right, I pull
And
up
seabirds.
Oh, don't forget the seabirds.
I pull up the two seabird puppets that I made earlier, and I go,
Come on, lads. We've all had a good time. Yeah, give us the rest of the money.
So there's a long pause, and then 29 sets of shoulders sort of go. I mean, I still want you to make me a charisma persuasion check.
yeah, easy. 19.
Hey!
Not even adding his modifier.
Lads.
They go fetch you 200K and hand it directly to you. Lads, they give it all to Dob. Lads.
I take the money in the beaks.
And that's
You keep it,
how
right?
you kill the god.
Well, thank you so much for coming, everyone. I hope you had a good time. Before we go, we would just like to say congratulations to Johnny for launching Dicebreaker, the amazing YouTube channel. Big round of applause for Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny!
We also have a gift for you here from Wizards of the Coast. They have a Dungeons Master's Guide signed by everyone who makes Dungeons & Dragons. It is for you to say congratulations.
Signed by actual wizards, probably.
They're actual wizards. They all signed it for you. Thank you for another wonderful adventure.
Lads.
Oh, and before we go, we all have to take the obligatory selfie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh, here we go.
My feet are so warm.
All right, everyone.
Oh.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Hey, lads!
Very nice. And wait, I want to do a little video. Lads.
Lads.
Thank you very much for being here.